Hello, it's Jared, and today I'd like to tell you a little story. It's a personal story of how I went from losing all the time, making losing trade after losing trade, to consistently profitable. It's taken me about 10 years to do it, or a little less than 10 years because I've been profitable for a few years now. I've been trading over 10 years. But the idea is I'm going to walk you through the story, the steps, how I done it, so hopefully afterwards you can enjoy exactly the same success as what I did. Well, it all starts with buying UK shares. I'm here in the UK and that just seemed the obvious thing to do. I didn't know anything about Forex or indexes, CFDs, futures, but I think most people has an idea about buying shares. So I started buying shares and I actually done surprisingly well. I made a bit of money. But I bought and sold these shares on tips, advice from friends and tips from magazines, internet, that sort of thing. More magazines back then, in fact. And like I said, I did well. I knew where to get in. I think it was probably the start of a bit of a bull market. So I definitely got lucky. Made a little bit of money, but it was definitely luck. And I wasn't happy because they weren't my ideas. I wanted my ideas of where to get in and out. I did pretty well at getting in, but I did much worse at getting out. You often think about the best place to buy or the best time to buy, but you rarely think about the best place to get out. And where you get out, where you exit the trade, that's where you win or lose. So what did I do next? Well, started to pick up a lot of books. I've got a massive library full of trading books. And what really appealed to me was charts and technical analysis. So I got into, delve really deep into technical analysis, little technical setups, using MACD and RSI, and the more indicators the better. You probably know how it is. But believe it or not, still the same thing, just losing. I would probably be jumping around. I might try one setup, one like an MACD setup for a few weeks over a handful of trades, probably more trades, dozens of trades, and eventually I'd have a few little winners and be quick to take profits, but then would come that one loser that would wipe out all the profits. Do you know where I'm coming from? And it just wasn't working. So then I'd jump to the next indicator and the next kind of setup, and the same thing was happening. It was pretty frustrating. So this was probably a few years into my trading career by this time. And then for different reasons, I decided to take a break and I went travelling. I actually went round America. I travelled across America, travelled across about 8 states. It took me about 10 or 11 weeks it was. And I did a lot of thinking while I was travelling across there. I went on my own, so I had a lot of time to think. And I think I was in Texas at the time, and I remember it clearly. I went to a shopping mall where I had some Wi-Fi and decided to write an email. I previously, I think it was about 6 months, maybe a year previously, I'd met a trading coach. I went to one of his seminars that he put on, and I thought, now's the time to step it up. I really need to come back home. I really need to start making some consistent profits in the market. So I decided to email this guy there and then, sitting in the mall. I remember it. And he was pretty quick to respond. So we very quickly organised a meeting over Skype, and within a couple of weeks I organised my flight home, and I was home keen to learn. Well, what he showed me, well, it took, I think it was a period of about 5 months. We used to do hourly or hour and a half calls over Skype, and it was really eye-opening. It was like one of those light bulb moments. I don't like the saying, but it was one of those light bulb moments where you think, oh, that's how it's done. And so he took, 5-6 months to do this, and at the end of it, brilliant, and set me on the path to essentially where I am today. I've got a lot better, as you would do, and what I'm going to do in the next video, in the next email, I'm going to explain exactly what he showed me. I'm not going to take 5 months, probably take me about 5-10 minutes. I'll simplify it, I'll put all the best bits together, and I'll make a video about it, make an email about it, put a presentation together, and it's probably quite eye-opening, and it's certainly something that you can implement and help you become consistently profitable too. So that'll be in the next video, that'll be in the next email. In the meantime, have you got any questions? What sort of methods have you been trying? What sort of methods have you been trying that don't work? Have you been jumping around trying different ones like I did? Have you been looking at charts? Have you been looking at other people's tips? Have you been following people on Twitter? What works, what doesn't work, what you're struggling with? Let me know. Comment on the video or on my blog, and look out for the next email, the next video, where I want to show you exactly what he taught me over that 5-month period. Until then, goodbye.